What's going on, guys? Your boy Frost here, and today we have a little bit of a different video. Um, as maybe some of you might know, I have probably been a Call of Duty fan for about maybe 12, 13 years. Ever since maybe around the time where Modern Warfare came out, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came out, I've played Call of Duty like every single yearly Call of Duty after that, and we've been through a lot. Like, for Call of Duty's age has been through a lot, and I figured why not make a tier list on what I think are my favorite CODs. And I feel like a lot of people make a tier list and they get very judgmental depending on how the game was. And for this one strictly, we're going to stick with multiplayer. With campaign and even zombies aside, I think that most people play Call of Duty for multiplayer. I don't really think I know anyone out there that will buy a Call of Duty title, play the campaign, and then throw it away after. That would just be weird. So, we got some relaxing music in the back, help soothe some thoughts. And without further ado, let's get straight into this. So we're gonna go chronological order, starting with Call of Duty 1. Mm, I wish there was an extra tier. I'm not gonna put this in trash. We're gonna use D for mostly haven't played and just the quality, you know. But I have not played Call of Duty 1's multiplayer. I don't even know if it had a multiplayer. I have played Call of Duty's 2 multiplayer. And also, whatever one I put it on, it's locked. I can't move it. So I have to be as, what I'm saying? I have played Call of Duty 2 maybe like 3 times, and that's it. Like, honestly, I remember playing it like on one of my old friends' Xbox. It's very bare bones. It's just some of the normal things that you get, as well as with the introduction to kill cams. I remember, and honestly, I think this Call of Duty had a lot of potential, which made its debut as having that potential in the game. But it was one of those more of arcade-ish shooters that at the time looked pretty realistic, and I think Activision had made a solid job of making Call of Duty 2. So I'm putting it in the C position for multiplayer. I don't think it's very bare bones. There was very limited maps and modes, but it was definitely a good time. Call of Duty 3. I played Call of Duty 3. I've had a variety with this game, man. Played it with some friends, and I played it split screen and online. Call of Duty 3 is a very eventful and very fun COD to play. It's not like like a esports ish type of COD. It's literally almost the same premise as Call of Duty 2, but with newer elements like having vehicles in the game and you be able to use them whenever you want. There was better physics, and it generally felt like a great step in a direction for this COD's multiplayer. And I genuinely had a lot of fun with it. But I don't think it was also pretty bare bones, and I don't really think it was one of those games that you can kind of just grind. It was one of those games that you can kind of just play for maybe an hour or two, and then it's just like, well, I'm done. I'm done with Call of Duty. So Call of Duty 3 also will go into C tier. Call of Duty 4.
Let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen!
Come on, this game practically defined Call of Duty. This game basically gave Halo 2 and potentially Halo 3 a run for its money. Whenever it first came out, man, I remember seeing trailers upon trailers upon trailers and trailers of this game. It was just such a great time. And even past recently, this game is still possibly one of a lot of people's fan favorites for defining as of a true Modern Warfare, shooter. It was just modern in every way, and I think this game deserves a lot more praise than what people really give it. Like, honestly, it's just one of those games that are just completely perfect. We have World at War. Come on, another S tier, baby. World at War had basically the same premise of Modern Warfare. This was like the very first time that Treyarch actually copied something off of Modern Warfare, but actually did a lot more intuitive things, as well as adding vehicles in certain maps. and including some modes like war. Come on, are y'all seriously telling me that y'all don't like war, momentum war? Like that was just such a good, just such a great just mode, and even improving a little bit on the creative class, it definitely sparked in a couple of true and a lot of possibilities for different types of weapons to really shine. Like I really love the Thompson, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people love the MP40. I was a Thompson person and also a STG main in those games. And whenever I wanted to be mischievous, I would probably use a Springfield. But War at War deserves love. It's truly one of the most grittiest Call of Duties, even multiplayer experiences out there. Like I still kind of get chills thinking about that game. Modern Warfare 2. This one's going to be very controversial. A lot of people put this game in S tier. A little bit of people put this game in A tier. As for this game's life cycle, man, it had one of the most roughest life cycles, but I think this game brought the community closer. Like this was like the introduction to quick scoping and practically trick shotting. I would say Modern Warfare was a little bit down that line, but Modern Warfare 2 is really whenever you saw a lot of crazy things for that. But I don't think it deserves an S tier.
Cut the shit off, bro. I gotta cut the shit the fuck off.
Again, there were plenty of problems and flaws, like the one-man army, and some of that is just like basic glitches. I truly didn't enjoy this game as much because I felt like this game catered to a lot of players that didn't really know what they were doing. I'd say campers, but I don't know. This game had a lot of potential, and I mean, it still is a great game. Don't get me wrong. I love Modern Warfare 2. I don't think it deserves an S tier. I just don't. Like, the grind value is there. I love it. I think this game just holds a lot of nostalgia, and I think people overshadow the game with nostalgia, and it just makes for a game that is possibly superior. People will put this game usually over, other titles, like, I'd say, yeah, Modern Warfare, World at War, and, a couple others, but I truly don't think Modern Warfare 2 deserves its glory. And if it does, it deserves it from campaign only. That's the only time it deserves the glory. Shortly after that, we had another game that followed up, which was Black Ops. Black Ops was truly a game that revolutionized the multiplayer in history. This was like the introductory to COD points and being able to bet those in certain game modes with all types of party modes and shit like that. And the customization was there. With unlocks and challenges, it truly made for a great grind of a game. I just don't think it also deserves. I think people would also put this game as an S tier. I think this game deserves an A tier. I don't really think I had too much fun enjoying this game. But I did love the premise of being in a Vietnam War setting type of game. I think this game 100% deserves the love it needs. It's literally almost as the same. It kind of, it's just not really filling in the tops right here. You know what I'm saying? But Black Ops definitely did a lot of things much more different than Modern Warfare. Following up after that, I remember this game coming out and how my friends were really excited. I was even excited for Modern Warfare 3. This game right here, Modern Warfare 3. I think Modern Warfare 3 deserves a little bit more love. Can we all agree? A lot of people put this thing in B tier, C tier. I'm putting it in B tier because it's true. The grind is awesome for this game. I truly love this game. I think this game had very unique maps and literally following up almost with the modes from Modern Warfare 2, as well as adding a couple extras like all or nothing or whatever it was called, and drop zone. Man, I 100% think that Modern Warfare 3 probably had nearly, if it would have been, I think what really I didn't really like about this game as much was just the color scale. It felt very like drained, grayed out. Like very drained. Like Modern Warfare is drained out, but Modern Warfare looked like pleasing with the drain out feel. But Modern Warfare 3 would have been so much more better if it had better saturation, if I'm trying to get with that. Modern Warfare 3 single-handedly, I think, still to this day, might have the most weapons in Call of Duty history. I don't remember if it was Vanguard or Modern Warfare 3, but man, the assortment of weapons in this game was awesome, and the multiplayer experiences, like playing infected lobbies and search. Yeah, damn, such great games, man. I think Modern Warfare 3 still holds, even to this day, a great place in my heart, and if I could go back to play this game, I definitely would. And then Black Ops 2. A lot of people, and I mean seriously, a lot of people put this game in like A to B category, and I'm sorry, this is S tier, man. I genuinely don't know what's wrong with people, but this game was literally on par with Modern Warfare 2 becoming one of the best games to ever like sell on like PlayStation 3, Xbox, and even including PC. Like the amount of clips and montages, I mean, trick shotting, quick scoping, I mean, I remember it all. This game revolutionized Call of Duty and practically had so much content. The grind was amazing. I remember for the very first time. I think this was like my first game ever I've prestige mastered in. Like legitimately. I mean, literally grinding hours upon hours after school and playing Black Ops 2 when I came home with some friends, and then sniping on top of it. Man, I truly do love Black Ops 2. I just think that a lot of people will they will put it down because of certain reasons, like maybe target finder. The fact that I'm even saying that, I remember it, but I still don't even mind that as a site. Genuinely, the game was colorful. The weapons are amazing. Like literally, there's something for everyone when it comes to Black Ops 2. The maps were awesome. There weren't really any maps that I really disliked. I'll be honest. If I were to really dislike any map, it would possibly be close to Aftermath. But I love Aftermath. I'm not gonna say I dislike it, but that's like the only fucking map I would probably dislike. A lot of people would say Drone. Come on now, I love Drone. Drone is such a great setting of a map. Anyways, S tier, no doubt about it. COD Ghost. Uh, this game is controversial. A lot of people like it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people think it's the worst COD in history of CODs, and I don't think so. I think Ghosts had a formula going. I think it definitely had a little bit more potential to be as an assessor of towards a Modern Warfare 4 type of game, right? But it just didn't. I think the content variety was there, and I think the grind was there too. It was very different because you legitimately had to make different type of squad members to prestige, and then you have to switch to a different squad member to prestige. You know, camo grinding, the camos weren't really as rewarding. I remember gold camo was probably the worst camo you could ever get on Ghost. But the variety was there. This game had a lot of variety and very unique weapons. Weapons that I think I wish actually came back. But I genuinely don't think this game performed what it needed to be. I think it was satisfying getting kills. I think that's the only thing I really liked about Ghost was the kill variety. It felt really good. But I'm stuck on whether to put this in C tier. I'm putting like this between Call of Duty 2 and 3, and that's kind of saying something. I think Ghost, for the replayability, if you want to go back to playing Ghost and playing it and trying to enjoy it, that's up to you. I think it deserves a little bit of a C tier, but I do remember the campers, and I remember Thermosight, and I remember the M27 IWS. Oh Lord, don't even get me started. And then we got Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, I like the movement. I think a lot of people hated the movement, which is understandable because this is the very first Call of Duty to ever reach a futuristic movement scale. The grind was way much more than every Call of Duty combined, even including Grandmaster Prestige. I think that's unique. I think for a game to actually add a Grandmaster Prestige was nuts. You know, after Prestige Master, you got Grandmaster Prestige Master, whatever the fuck it's called. But I'll be honest with you, after like the whole pay to win with microtransact, me putting this under Ghost is saying something, but Ghost has a lot more replay value than Advanced Warfare. I'll be completely honest. I know that to this day, some of this people actually enjoyed Advanced Warfare, but you can't tell me that. I've even played this game recently. Just no one really playing this game. You can go on Ghost and find different types of lobbies and actually enjoy it. But Advanced Warfare was just a game that underperformed, and it underperformed with the circumstances it had. It had really good potential, but it just was not, the way how it carried out was not good. And then you got Black Ops 3. Putting this game as an S tier is outlandish. I would not put this game in S tier. I don't think it's an S tier game. I understand that this game was possibly, you know, one of the best selling of all time, I think. And honestly, I enjoyed Black Ops 3. I didn't like the micro DLCs because you could tell it went the same route um as Advanced Warfare, but it was a little bit lighter. But honestly, I think a lot of people just remember the camos and the grind, like getting dark matter and shit like that. I've never gotten dark matter in this game because it was just so much you could do with this game. And honestly, I just don't think this game also as well deserves its higher tiered praise, you know? Because if you just think about it, it's much more of a lesser generic Advanced Warfare, but with specialists. And specialists really defined a lot of people's playstyles, whether it be campy or really rushy with dumb weapons. It just didn't really fit the Call of Duty theme. It felt like as if this game would have been its own independent title, it would have been much more of a better game. So it's gonna have to go and be. I just don't fathom putting this game next to Modern Warfare and Black Ops. And then you have Infinite.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I know a lot of people like Infinite Warfare. I don't. You can tell me what I could liked about it. I played it recently. I enjoyed it at some certain aspect, but it followed up right behind Black Ops 3 with the same bullshit, but now adding, you know, broken variants, even though, you know, ride Infinite Warfare. And I think if I was to put Modern Warfare Remastered, it'd be in nearly the A to B category, if that's what y'all wanted to wonder, with a couple of new added things into the game. I don't think it's the same as putting it into Modern Warfare, but I'd put it to A to B. It's definitely a fun game. But Infinite Warfare, no bueno. Following up after that, World War II. I am getting that right? Yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, of course I know the timeline. God damn it. World War II. Now, like I said, whatever we think about this, we think about the whole timeline. A lot of people are right now probably saying trash, trash. I don't think World War II is trash. After its overhaul, this game is possibly one of the best casual CODs you can go back to play this day. I'm not kidding. A lot of people argue that, oh, playing Black Ops 4, Black Ops... No. You could play World War II and enjoy the fuck out of it. It simplified the process of making people grinding for supply drops to get, you know, variants that they wanted or variants that they could earn. And if you didn't like that, you know, you could do the collections and then get the things that you wanted. Excuse me, with salvage. Also, this game deserves B. I don't think it deserves A because that would be too forgiving. I remember a lot of things messed up around with World War II, and I still kind of do. It still is kind of there when it comes down to it. But it is definitely one of the most, replayable casual CODs to go back to. I genuinely feel that way. I don't care what anyone says. You're fighting a brick wall, bro. It's actually a pretty good game to play. Black Ops 4, man. I'd admit, when this game was coming out and I saw the trailers, I was hype. I was fucking hype for this game. Me and my friends, I remember we all used to work at Walmart, and we saw that this was coming out soon. We were like, bro, we gotta reserve a day to get this game and play it, Did that. We all bought the game day one, got home, played this game. I loved day one. Like, day one Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was the most fun I've ever had in a while with Call of Duty. It felt like Black Ops 2, but with Black Ops 3, with a Black Ops 3 feeling, but it just elevated the process. Like, guns felt familiar, and it required a lot of skill to land shots in important areas. Day one of this game was great, but then after, the microtransactions and the weapons, oh my god, this game just fell. And Specialist, after a while, got very tedious. Even with the introductory to Blackout, I think Blackout to this day, right now, a lot of people are praising Blackout, and I will praise it too. It's actually a pretty good mode. But with all that in hand, I have to put this game in C tier. I mean, a lot of people would say they like this game, and I can't tell you that for now on, like, if I were to go back to playing Black Ops 4, which I did whenever it was, like, free for PlayStation Plus, and I literally just pooped on people that came into the game. It was funny. But, man, Modern Warfare 2019. Why people are putting this game in S to A category is beyond me. I'd admit, day one of Modern Warfare was fun. Hopping into it and playing it again. I think the beta to Modern Warfare was way better than its current release, whenever day one release. There were a lot of things that they changed from beta leading into day one. This game favored campers heavily. The maps were basically assigned to them. A lot of people love this game because of the graphics, the sounds. But that shouldn't be your defining moment in a game. It's how you're playing the game, right? It's how the game is played, is what I'm trying to say. The gameplay for this game doesn't even feel like a COD. It feels like a mixture of, like, Battlefield and something else. I forgot what it is. But it just didn't feel like a Call of Duty. It just felt like something that, as an individual title, would have been better. But as a Call of Duty, it just felt too realistic. And that's clearly not how Call of Duty was supposed to be. But I can't lie, this game has had the most sales, period. And I'd be honest, I wouldn't say that, Modern Warfare would not be better than Black Ops 4, Ghosts, Call of Duty 3, and Call of Duty 2, so yeah. But I'm not saying it's better than Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 1, World at War, Black Ops, or Battlefield 2, so it's deserving of B tier.
I can't believe this dude! I can't believe this dude! I can't believe this dude!
I give it B tier overall as a game. I don't like this game. I don't like Modern Warfare. I don't understand people that like this game. If you say you like this game, you play two maps, Shoot House and Shipment. There's no shot. And if you're playing Search, then that's an exception. But whenever you're camo grinding, you're playing those maps. This game just didn't feel... It did not feel like a Call of Duty. It felt like something far much more worse. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely has a little bit of redeeming qualities. Next up, Cold War. Cold War is a funny story. There are some things I like about Cold War. You know, I don't like the problems it had. I congratulate Treyarch. Excuse me. Indigestion. I congratulate Treyarch for making a game in the shortest amount of time it had and actually has decent replay value. Actually bringing Call of Duty back to its roots as a, as a Call of Duty title with the arcade feel, but unfortunately expanded upon the Modern Warfare stuff as well. Like I said, with the introduction to the gunsmith, I don't like gunsmith. There should be a Pig 10 system in Call of Duty. Don't care what you say. You're fighting a brick wall. Seriously, a gunsmith in that type of no, just. But Cold War did a lot of things that Modern Warfare didn't. Made people play the game. But seriously, the grind was there. I love the mastery camo. I think it was a tiny bit underwhelming, but honestly, the camo grind was fun, and I think this was like the Call of Duty that in League looked very pleasing to watch. And a lot of people would put Modern Warfare in that same era. I never really watched Modern Warfare League play when it happened, but Cold War looked like fun, even though it was just AK-74Us and Kriegs. But now to rank this, it's difficult because I truly did like Cold War to an extent. Putting this in the A category would be putting this next to Modern Warfare Black Ops, which means it's over Modern Warfare, which as it should, because I enjoy Cold War much more than Modern Warfare. And World War II and Black Ops 3 is a little bit, I put it in B. That's my final spot. Because if I put it any higher, I don't know. Like, I would play Cold War, but at the same time, nah. And then last, but certainly not least, Vanguard. Vanguard, which came out as of recently. Day one for Vanguard was fun. This game has variety. It still does have variety. It really does. The issue with it is that it's just not being fixed. Sledgehammer is listening to its community somewhat, but right now, I think the base game to the game was great. I thoroughly did like the maps, and 100% the weapons feel good, and the game is definitely rewarding upon a grind, especially with atomic camo. I think atomic camo is just another word of saying Damascus too, but there are some things that I just didn't like about this game. Like, man, where to begin? This game has countless bugs, and then on top of that, like, the metas were just completely crazy. And like I said, I'm not saying like all these games didn't have metas. It was just this meta is pretty crazy, and then Modern Warfare's meta was kind of crazy. Cold War's meta was very crazy. Don't even get me started with Cold War's meta, but Vanguard's meta was just so toxic to the point where people even to this day are still using STGs and MP40s and shotguns. It's so annoying. There's just no. I think the variety for players just diminished. But the game's not finished. Its life cycle isn't finished yet. I don't think it's a trash Call of Duty. Right now, it's just not properly done, and there's just a lot of problems. So I'm putting it in C. So yeah, this is my Call of Duty tier list. Strictly off multiplayer, excluding zombies and campaign. If it was campaign, trust me, some of these would be higher up, and that includes Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare campaign, yes, I loved it. I think that shit was fire. If you haven't played that shit, don't do it. Go do it. Go do it right now. Anyways, this is surely my Call of Duty tier list for 2021. 2022, my fault. 2022, and I will probably come back and make another tier list either next year or maybe whenever the next Call of Duty releases and we get a little bit more time, depending on how I feel. I'm probably not going to buy the new Call of Duty, but this is what it is. S tiers is Modern Warfare, World at War, Black Ops 2. A tiers, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops. B tiers is Modern Warfare 3. It's hard. It hurts to see Modern Warfare 3 down that bad, but whatever. Black Ops 3, World War 2, Modern Warfare, Cold War. C tiers is Call of Duty 2 and 3 with Ghost, with Black Ops 4 and Vanguard. D tier is Call of Duty, which I've never played, so this is technically in the never played. And then Advanced Warfare, and then just trash Infinite Warfare. That's my Call of Duty tier list. Thank y'all for watching, and yeah, I figured we'd do something different. And yeah, as always,